Let's start with some breaking news. One day after the Nebraska Medical Cannabis Commission revised its emergency regulations, Governor Jim Pillen signed them into law. The governor said he would not sign any regulations unless limitations were imposed on the plants grown. I'll let you take it from there, Krista. Where are we at in this process?
On Tuesday the 4th, the commission met to go over some revised rules and regulations regarding medical cannabis, what the system would look like. At that meeting, we saw some further restrictions placed than what the governor signed into law earlier this summer that are considered the emergency rules and regs. Some of those restrictions were on products themselves, the number of licenses, things like that. Patients and advocates came in and highlighted that they do not feel like these rules and regulations are reflecting the will of 71% of people in this state. Well, after they did that, they pushed it along to the governor's desk, where we later learned the governor refused to sign it without them putting in a restriction on the number of flowering plants that a cultivator could have at any given time. So this past Monday, with no notice to the public, no notice to the media, they held a meeting where they went over the restriction of capping the plant count for a cultivator. You're going to have 4 people in our state growing cannabis. You will then have 4 people manufacturing, so making the pills, oils, and tinctures, making the product itself. Then you will have a transporter license, and then dispensaries, which there will be just 12 statewide. Each of these cultivators will now have a cap of 1,250 plants. This restriction is absolutely the nail in the coffin amongst all their other restrictions that will absolutely guarantee that this medical program does not ever get started, that patients are never adequately served. We know that there's people behind the scenes calling the shots, telling the commission what to do, and the commission at the end of the day is doing just what they're told.
And just to remind our audience, the governor got to handpick people, right?
He appointed 2 individuals, Commissioner Muting and Commissioner Oldenburg. Both of those individuals have come in opposed to every single legislative attempt. And so you've got cannabis prohibitionists on the Cannabis Commission. And it's a nightmare.
And he knew that when he appointed them because they had spoken out prior to their appointment against medical marijuana. He purposely chose these people for their opposition for what 70% of Nebraskans voted for.
Correct.
It's almost game time for our 100th episode, live on Tuesday. Doors open at 5:30 at the hottest new cocktail bar in Lincoln, the Sideshow Speakeasy. At 6:30, the show begins with State Senator Danielle Conrad and Republican political consultant Ryan Horn. Then Matt Wynn, the executive director of Nebraska Journalism Trust, will interview me. So grab your tickets, let's pack the house. I can't wait to see you on Tuesday.